Okay, hello everybody. My name's Jameson Chase Young, and this is Coins and History. Today I'm talking about Barber Half Dollars, my 1900 Barber Half Dollars, and afterwards I'll be talking about the Galveston Hurricane of 1900. So please stick around for that. But my 1900 Philadelphia Barber Half Dollars is what I'm talking about right now. Barber Half Dollars are really kind of weird. It seems like they come either extremely worn down, so worn down that you can barely even tell that they're Barber Half Dollars, or they come in good shape and then you have to pay 2 or 3 times for them. So I don't understand what happened there. Like, I don't know if they were just used more in their day and age or what, but yeah, they're night or day. They're either super worn down or they're super nice, and you got to pay for a lot for them. But anyway, the Barber Half Dollars design was Charles E. Barber. And I know the Barbers were the head honchos at the Philadelphia Mint for a lot of years, even decades, because it was both a father and a son. The father was the head honcho for a while, then he passed away, and the son took over. Their composition is 90% silver, 10% copper. Their weight is 12.5 grams. Their silver content total is 0.3617 of an ounce, and their diameter is 30.6 millimeters. Their edge is reeded. And as far as the 1900 Barber Half Dollar total, there was 7,716,000 Barber Half Dollars made total in 1900. The Philadelphia, this particular one, made 4,762,000. Now the other two mints were New Orleans and San Francisco. New Orleans made 2,744,000, and the San Francisco mint made 2,010,000. And it's important to remember the Philadelphia mint has no mint mark. As far as the other mints, their mint mark's on the back underneath the eagle. But yeah, I really like the Barber Half Dollars, but just like I was saying at the beginning, they either come extremely worn down to where you can hardly even tell they're Barber Half Dollars, or they're in okay to nice shape, but then they cost 2 or 3 times more. So there doesn't seem to be much of a meet in the middle with Barber Half Dollars, but they are a really nice addition to the coin collection, and I'm really glad to have the ones I have, and I plan on getting a lot more. So paying the extra price is well worth it. Anyway, during this year, 1900, this was the year that the Galveston Hurricane hit Texas. The Galveston Hurricane, it originally formed on August 27th, 1900, formed out in the ocean. And then it dissipated in September 15th, 1900. And by the time it dissipated, it had worked its way up the ocean so far that there was even clouds in Iceland that saw it. And its highest winds, they said, were around 145, but most winds recorded were around 120. And the Galveston Hurricane of 1900, it's also known as the Great Galveston Hurricane, and it's known as the Galveston Flood, and it's known regionally as the Great Storm of 1900. It was a huge hurricane, became the deadliest natural disaster in the history of the United States at the time, the strongest storm of the 1900 Atlantic hurricane season. It left between 6,000 and 12,000 fatalities in the United States. The number most cited by most official reports is 8,000. Most of these deaths occurred in and near the town of Galveston, Texas. After the storm surge hit the coastline and the island city with around anywhere from 8 to 12 to 15 feet of water, there was waves estimated to be around 15 feet. And as of 2025, it remains the 4th deadliest Atlantic hurricane on record behind Hurricane Fifi in 1974. In addition to the number killed, the storms destroyed around 7,000 buildings of all uses in Galveston, which included around 3,636 demolished homes. Every dwelling in the city suffered some degree of damage. The hurricane left approximately 10,000 people homeless in the city, and that is 10,000 people out of fewer than 38,000 total. So over a quarter, almost a third of their entire population was left homeless. The disaster ended the golden era of Galveston. The hurricane alarmed potential investors who turned to Houston instead. In response to the storm, 3 engineers designed and oversaw plans to raise the Gulf of Mexico shoreline of the Galveston Island by 17 feet. So Very interesting, and you can see by these pictures that I'm posted, some of it looks like I don't know, it looks like a bomb or a war in that town. And you know, back then all the buildings were wood, so it really decimated a lot of those buildings, just leaving piles of boards for as far as the eye could see. So it was a horrible, horrible tragedy, and that is what was going on in 1900 when this Barber Half Dollar was coming out. So it's an interesting time period in history, and these coins, these Barber coins, are an interesting coin, and they're great to have for the collection. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy this video, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. My name's Jameson Chase Young, and this is Coins in History. Thank you.